Hello everyone. This is the latest news from Australia. South Australia records 1 death and 4,777 new COVID-19 cases. By Rebecca Opie. South Australia has recorded 1 death and 4,777 new COVID-19 cases in the latest reporting period. A woman in her 90s has died after testing positive to COVID. The number of daily cases in the state has dropped from records of 6,091 new infections, set on Thursday, and 5,666, which was recorded yesterday. It has been a common trend during the pandemic for case numbers to peak midweek and drop over the weekend. There are currently 37,618 active COVID-19 cases in the state, with 201 people in hospital, 13 in intensive care and 1 on a ventilator. According to Health data, of those hospitalized, 140 people had been vaccinated with 2 or more doses, 50 people were either unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, and 11 are listed as unknown vaccination status. Premier Peter Malinauskas said it was too early to tell if the state had reached a peak in cases yet. "I caution actively against anyone thinking we have reached a peak here. Today's case numbers are positive, that's a good thing, but they are up and down like a yo-yo at the moment across the world," he said. Mr. Malinauskas said the state was still on track to relax mask-wearing rules next week. "We haven't reached that 8,000 case number that was forecast only a few weeks ago. That means it appears we can proceed with our intended plan to lift the mask mandate on Thursday of the week coming, which I think a lot of people are looking forward to," he said. Meanwhile, passengers have faced delays at Adelaide Airport due to staffing and equipment issues as demand for domestic travel returns to pre-COVID levels. An airport spokesperson said staff shortages were caused by a high level of last-minute absenteeism due to COVID and close contact rules. There were also technical issues with screening equipment that slowed the progress down. "We are working to put on additional resources wherever possible as we approach the busy school holiday peak, where we're anticipating our busiest period in more than 2 years," the spokesperson said. "Our advice to travelers is to arrive around 2 hours before your domestic flight, and to be respectful to airport staff, who are doing all they can to get you on your way." Travelers have faced extremely long queues at Sydney Airport over the past few days, with some planes held back to allow passengers to make their flights as people flocked to get away for the Easter school holidays. According to www.mergenews.com. South Australia COVID update as of April 9, 2022. COVID cases in South Australia. There have been 4,777 new cases of COVID-19 reported in South Australia today. There are currently 37,618 active cases in South Australia. Sadly, Health can confirm a woman in her 90s who tested positive for COVID-19 has passed away. There are 201 people with COVID-19 in hospital, including 13 people in ICU, 1 of those ventilated. Of those hospitalized, 140 people are vaccinated with 2 or more doses, 50 people are either unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, and 11 have an unknown vaccination status. Due to a reconfiguration of the data, the total number of cases has been readjusted. Total case breakdown. New cases today, 4,777. Current active cases, 37,618. Total cases, 309,603. Total deaths, 280. Variants. The latest genome sampling has found around 60% of samples taken were BA.2. This figure will be updated as results are received, noting results are not reported daily. COVID testing. Yesterday, 14,449 people received a PCR test in South Australia, which is a 19.5% decrease on the previous 24 hours. Of the test results returned yesterday, 3,084 PCR tests were positive, while 1,693 positive rapid antigen test results were reported. Vaccination update. Vaccination data was not available at time of publishing. If you have any COVID-19 symptoms, no matter how mild, please seek testing as soon as possible. That's the end of the news. Thank you for your watching. Please subscribe, like and share videos. Have a nice weekend to all.